Precious Stevens is amazing at what she does and has taught us a wealth of knowledge for this class. So I want to thank her. She's amazing. You should come and take the class too.
I am from Port St. Lucie, Florida here, but drove about an hour and a half, something like that, to get here, and the class is amazing. So I can tell you now, it's money well spent. I mean, look at this. Like, really, I did that, and Precious taught me how to do it. So I would encourage you to, if you want to be like this, look like that, come on down. I came and was a student of the Posh Academy Master Draping class, and I had a phenomenal time. I've been following Precious for a while through YouTube and on Facebook. And if you haven't followed her, if you haven't taken her class, this is the end result. My reasoning for taking the class is because I want to get higher end clientele and to be able to raise my prices. So if you want to know why I came, it's because she's dope.
Actually, I wanted to enhance my ability with premium draping, and as well as to build my clientele. Precious and Posh Academy Gang did a wonderful job, and I feel a little more confident now.
I wanted to start in the wedding business industry, and I decided to take this class because I just see how awesome Precious Stevens is doing these beautiful drapes, and I just took the plunge to take the class. I had a lot of fun and I learned so much, and I didn't think I'd be able to do something this beautiful. It is an awesome investment in yourself and learning to grow in what you're planning on doing and fulfilling your dreams.
Hey y'all! Hey everybody! Thank you guys for joining me tonight. Guys, you gotta kind of mind if my hair look crazy, I don't really care. I've been in the garage really cleaning up and just getting rid of stuff and shipping orders. Like, you guys really like kind of jumped on that little sale I had earlier. So I got some more stuff for you guys tomorrow. I'm super excited about it. So I just want you guys, go ahead and get it out the way now, because I know y'all going to forget, because y'all going to be wrapped up in all this energy I'm about to deliver. So I want you to first go ahead and hit that like button, because y'all know you're going to like the video. I ain't got to convince you. You know you're going to like it. So just let me know ahead of time just by liking the video, right? And tonight, guys, this was a broadcast I actually was going to do in January. And, you know, I said it was still important for me to do it, which is why I'm going to do it tonight, because today alone, I have had 2 people come in my DMs asking me for pricing, right? They told me what it was. They was like, I don't have no idea how to price it. And I'm like, guys, I just set up here and created this software to take all the guesswork out of it. But I also realize and know it's so much more to pricing, which is why I wanted to really take the entire month to kind of theme it around that. Because it's not just about pricing, guys. It's also about understanding your marketplace, understanding what people are going to pay for. It's a lot that goes behind being able to set your prices, which is why some of you guys, when y'all come, I'm like, I don't know how much the price is at. It's hard for me to just give you like one quick answer, because I can't. It's like so many other factors that's involved. So tonight, particularly, I really wanted to talk about like, how are you, where do you show up compared to your competitors, right? And how you can just look at a couple things to kind of maximize on those specific areas to kind of help you stand out. Because at the end of the day, you're walking down the block, or y'all know, some of you guys may know my old scenario about the and it was something I learned. I didn't make it up. I heard it. I thought it was dope. So I'm saying it now. About walking down the cereal aisle, right? You got all these different kind of cereals. I don't know about y'all, but I know that's how it be for me. I want the Captain Crunch, then I want the Golden Grahams, then I want the Frosted Flakes. Then sometimes I want to be healthy, and I'm going to go with the Raisin Bran, right? But what are some of the things that help me make my decision? Like, because all of the cereal boxes are in the aisle fighting for my attention. So I want you guys to kind of think of it that way. Like, y'all are not, I know you guys come to me and y'all be saying, Precious, nobody really do this in my area, right? Nobody really do this in my area. Baby, we've been teaching, and I've been all up and down, East Coast, West Coast. I've been around. So guess what? If they ain't teaching now, they coming. So I don't want you guys to be left behind because you think you got the area on lock. Trust me, you don't. At the end of the day, you don't. They coming. Someone's coming to your area to not only provide premium draping, but there's a good chance they're going to be taught by me, taught the right way. So they're going to be charging. They're going to be in that 4-figure backdrop club, right? Which at the end of the day, that's like the soft spot. That's where you want to be. So it's like really understanding how to get in that space. And it's not only about putting a price tag or putting a 4-figure number on your backdrops. Sometimes when you do some of these tips I'm going to share with you guys tonight, sometimes when you simply do your market research, find out where other people are lacking, and just hone in on that, you're good. That's one of the things. But it's like one of the easiest ways, right? It's one of the easiest ways. Hey, Toya. Hey, Tanya Queen. Keisha, haven't heard. Seen you in a while, Keisha. Where you been at? She said, any left from the sale? I was at the doctor's and missed the sale. Child, that's, oh my God, like the fabric from the sale earlier, that went in like, I didn't even think it was 30 minutes. I swear. I didn't think it was going to go that fast. I really didn't. So I was like, oh my goodness. So I said, I'm going to scale back. And what I did was like really started bringing out the things I wanted to definitely kind of get rid of so I can have an accurate count. And I'm going to do it again on Saturday. But I don't know if some of you guys know or don't know, I'm still have to clear out my unit. So tomorrow, if you're not in my group or if you're not on my email list, now is a good time to get on those lists because I'm going to be doing blowout sales like out the woodwork just because I need space, guys. I need space. Y'all know how I get when I need space. Like I am like the mad woman, like just get it out of here. So that's going to be happening. So definitely be on the lookout for that. Hey, BB Queen. Hey, Alicia. Are you guys joining me tonight? Thank you, thank you, thank you. So again, guys, tonight, like I told you, we're going to be talking about, I'll be sharing some tips with you guys on how you can actually hone in and look at the competition, finding out areas where they're lack or find out areas where they're weak spot and really beefing up those areas in your business. I'm trying to tell you, it's like one of the easiest ways of, some people call it market hacking. You can call it whatever you want, but it's one of the easiest ways to help you stand out. And guys, one thing I'm gonna tell you is earlier I got something new dropping, right? This is dope. Something new dropping in April. Some of you guys know about it. You're gonna be hearing about it. But guys, today was like a research day for me, right? And it was like really interesting. Sometimes you think you kind of know your UVP or you kind of think you know what you can do to kind of stay on top of your game. Guys, when I did my market research today, and it was extensive because what I'm about to roll out, for one, from what I see, it hasn't been done. And for two, that's just how I am. I'm a research like fanatic. So when I did my, did my whole little SWOT, I did the whole 9 today. That's what I did. I really came up with some areas that I don't think, maybe I didn't pay attention to them. I don't know. But when I finished out my development, I was like, the areas that it was actually suggesting for me to kind of just go full throttle in these areas because other competitors was lacking. I'm like, oh, I can do that. That's easy. That comes to me naturally, right? So I'm just trying to tell you, before I sat down and did my market research, I was like, all right, I'm ready to roll out this thing. Like, how do I stay afloat? Like, how do I stay on top? How do I stay fresh? How do I stay top of mind? Baby, I'm trying to tell you. When I did that, it made me even more excited because the things that came out of that development portion was, I'm like, oh, I could easily do that. And not to mention, it's not taking me outside of my zone of genius. All I got to do is really show up and be precious, but be precious the aspects that people love, like really 10x that. I got it. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Robin, my bad. Hey, Robin, I ain't got my glasses on. Charge it to the eyes. I've been at work, got from, big ups to the promotion. We take all of those. So it's not a text number, Kim. This is the if you want to join the mobile community. Now, guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, this mobile community, the link is up on the screen. The mobile community is really just for updates. It's also for mainly blowout sales. Like if it's something, I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling real lofty today. That's how I used to do it. I'm like, all right, we're going to do X amount of whatever it was. And the people in the mobile community used to get it so fast because they was the first ones to get it. Why? Because it's easy. I could text them, I could just pick up my phone like, hey guys, this is what I'm doing, as opposed to sitting down doing emails and social. I ain't got time for all that if I'm doing something sporadic. So it really would behoove you and benefit you to get in the mobile community only if you're looking for those kind of opportunities, right? We also used to have a lot of communication. Like I would ask a random question and we just had a conversation because it was just easy access, right? I didn't have to sit and wait for emails and do all this and do all that. So I really noticed that I was missing the mobile side of things. So I went back to it. And if you're not in that community, even if you think you were in it before, get into this link because this is a totally new platform. The reason I love this platform is because it's more convenient. I could get it right from my phone. Meaning I could send out a message on the go. I could send out a sale, whatever it is. If I'm in my warehouse and I'm like, oh, we got too much blue and I want a lot of it to move, those guys are going to get it first. I don't have time to sit there and make an email or make a social post and things like that. So definitely get in the mobile community if you're not in there yet. She said hand waving. This is new. So guys, I want to know who is here. Vasia, hey y'all, hey. So guys, if you are new, definitely if you're new, I want you to don't put a 1 because it'd be so many people like watching the replay. And I'm like, what is that 1 for? I don't know. So now I use keywords because the keywords I will know exactly what it is. So if you're new, guys, I just want you to put new in the chat. Let me know where you are, where are you located, and that's it. Just put new. That way I can like shout you out like, hey girl, hey girl. Wait a minute. Yeah, so Keita, I did. So Saturday, because it just was so much. So Saturday is when I'm going to do it again, but I'll have like more things visible. I've started like kind of pulling things out. So Saturday, guys, I'm going to have another garage sale, but I'm going to have a blowout sale, like not necessarily a garage sale with my stuff. I'm going to have a blowout sale nearly every day this week, right? So guys, just again, get in that mobile community. If you're looking to grow your inventory, if you're looking to save some money, right? At the end of the day, get into that mobile community. New, but in the mobile club. Okay, cool. Where you new from, Vasia? I hope I'm saying that right. Hey, Carla, I hope you made it back safe. Guys, let me tell you guys. I don't know about y'all. Y'all know we have about a month and a half, relatively about 2 months left. But for the next round of classes, guys, these ladies are not playing. Guys, the intermediate class already have 3 people in that intermediate class. That means it's only 7 spots left. I was like, okay, yeah. The intermediate class already had 3 people in that class. The beginners class, I believe, had 2. And today we kind of created their badges, so you'll start seeing them resurface. But guys, if y'all try, I'm trying to tell you, you guys, so many of you guys hit me up about the last class that we just had. It was like, oh my God, Precious, how I get in it? I didn't even know you was having a class. Because I don't do a lot of marketing, guys. You won't hear me yelling from the rooftops, hey, join, or get your ticket. Because once I send it out to my email list, right? Those are the guys that grab it up so fast. It's like it will sell out so fast. And because I keep my classes small, that way I keep that intimacy. And it's only one me, right? So I want to be able to have that personal feedback for each and every person. So guys, I'm trying to tell you, the ladies are not playing. The ladies are booking. They are booking. They in there like swimwear, okay? So guys, this round for April, we actually added a 4th component. So it's the beginner's class, the intermediate class, the advanced class, and then the ceiling draping class. So guys, all of that is on the website. All that's on the website. The tickets are available. Right now it's on early bird. They start at $5.97. You can't beat that, right? Beginners is right now on early bird for $5.97. And we take Sezzle, we take Klarna. We about to merged with Affirm, so we will probably have Affirm on there tomorrow. And that was suggested by, wasn't that you, BB? I think it was in class. She was like, you need to get Affirm. I was like, okay. I told you I was going to get it. I told you I was going to get it. Rock hunting on Sunday, and y'all, baby, I did it anyway. Carla, good for you, baby. I ain't do no, I ain't gonna do all that. Y'all working, hunting, But I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. I'm glad you made it back. I'm definitely glad you made it back. Hey, Train, where you been, girl? Where you been at? So no, I have not. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So guys, so many people, especially if you're not in our chat, like in the Facebook group, we don't really chat a lot. But if I get questions in that group, I normally try and make it happen. And I have been getting so many, like, especially lately, people asking for a virtual class because they can't get to Atlanta, or they thinking I'm going on tour and they may get the memo that nope, you're not going on tour this year at all the way up to December the 31st. I will be in Atlanta only teaching draping, right? So those guys that can't get here for whatever reason, they be like, oh my God, I really want to learn, do you have a virtual live class? And I'm like, no, I don't really want to do that. But it was so many. And the tutorials, I think the way I teach now is different from what the tutorials were. So we do have live classes, virtual classes rolling out in March. We did not do the dates yet. So no, we didn't do all of that. I just know that they're in March. So tomorrow, it'll definitely be finalized by the end of this week. And there are going to be 2 different classes. It's going to be intermediate again and beginners, because the techniques are different, right? And so for someone that's just starting, I wouldn't want to go live and have them learning all these intermediate techniques. They're like, girl, what are you doing? And I'm not there to physically, see them and mold their hand and all that. So it's going to be a beginner's class and it's going to be an intermediate class. So be on the lookout for that. Definitely be on the lookout for that. It's definitely happening in March. 2 different days. Like it'll be like a Thursday, Friday, or Wednesday. I really don't want to be doing that on a Friday, so it's more likely going to be like a Wednesday, Thursday, but we'll have that rolled out by the end of this week. We'll have that. Hey, Tina. She said she lives in North Carolina. I'm not in North Carolina, lady. I am in Atlanta. I am in the A. I hope you didn't get a ticket. I'm going to North Carolina. Now I'm in the A. Carla, you did the daggone thing. I swear. I had so much fun, and the strong energy helped me to find some awesome fossils. I like it. It's amazing positive energy I just had from being with everybody in the class. You did awesome. Carla, you came to both classes. Carla was there on Friday and Saturday, and Carla did amazing. You was in there like swimwear. Thank you, Alicia. Alicia was awesome with helping you, Carla. Like definitely get the mechanics and get it going. Carl was like, hold on, this is a double panel. Like what? But you did great. You did great. You did great. All right, guys. So without further ado, I want to kind of get into it. Let me get into this discussion, because so many of you are still dealing with this issue of pricing, right? So like I said, tonight I really wanted to just kind of help you. One of the easiest ways to kind of get in there and really monopolize on some stuff is finding out what your competitors are lacking. But not only that, also finding out what they're great at, right? Because it kind of gives you a sense of what's working, what people like, what you can not copy, but what you can implement in your own fashion, right? Please don't copy. Always make it your own. But if something's working, don't sit there and reinvent the wheel, baby. I know I don't. I'm like, oh, that working? Okay, let's implement that. Bring it over. Bring it over. All right, guys. So again, I ain't see nobody. So everybody here, all of you ladies must be a part of the tribe, because I ain't seen nobody here put the word new in there, other than one young lady, and was saying she's a part of the tribe already. But yeah, I don't see no news. Okay, so I mean we family then. So I mean I don't have to introduce nobody. But I know somebody on here new. I know it is, and I only see 4 likes. I'm gonna need that to change, right? I'm gonna need that to change. Now you guys ask me. Y'all say, I like these lives. I like it. I need you to come back. I'm back. I like them likes. I need you to like the video. Thank you in advance. right, guys, let's get into it. Let me see. At the end of the day, where is my notes? One thing I want to ask y'all though, like, because we are all just about, it may be someone random person here that's not a business owner or embarking upon entrepreneurship. I want to ask you guys, that's right, Trina, come on over to YouTube. That's right. Cause you did do it with Alicia's help. That was awesome. You got me hooked. What? You got me hooked when you highlighted the ROI benefits. Oh, baby. At the end of the day, the ROI is all about the ROI. At the end of the day, it's all about the ROI. But I want to ask you guys, like, in your research, like, how are you staying fresh? Like, who here is really doing market research with your competitors, like competitive market research? I want a show of hands. I want you to put, don't give me a one, just put a hand. I don't know what that is. Just put an emoji, a hand. If you guys are, you know, like, she gonna keep asking me to do stuff, I am. Consider this church. You know how in church they say, go to your neighbor. I need you guys to put a hand up so I know I ain't by myself. Thank you, Trina. I ain't by myself. So yeah, I'm gonna ask y'all to do stuff. I'm gonna ask you questions. I'm gonna ask you to answer. I'm gonna ask you to put up emoji, all that stuff, because I want to make sure I'm not by myself, right? I don't want you in the car and you tone deaf and you can't hear me, or you fall asleep. That wouldn't be good. So good, awesome. So that's interesting. So with Trina, Vasia, Alicia, okay, cool. So what I want you guys to tell me before I kind of get into it, what are you looking for, right? I want you, when you're doing your competitive market analysis, right? What are some of the things that you're looking for to help you definitely stand out, to help you strengthen your brand, to help you strengthen your business, to help you realize areas that you need to really focus in on and hone in on? I want you guys to Tina, a trip. I want you guys to put that in the chat for me, because it's interesting, because it is, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really do this how I do it now. Like the strategy I have now, I didn't do that before. I was more or less focused on things that people did great, right? And it was at one point like kind of intimidating, because you're like, oh my God, that looks so good. So like, yeah, I would research my marketplace and I would research my competitors, but I wasn't doing it from a strategic standpoint. I was doing it from a being nosy, right? And seeing what's out there. And oftentimes that would lead to you feeling overwhelmed, or you feeling not as confident because somebody show up, you like, dang, that look good. But now it's really more or less about being able to dissect things in a way, being able to dissect things in a way, nothing is perfect, right? I don't care. My stuff isn't even perfect. We have holes all up and down the Posh Academy, right? At the end of the day, most businesses do. No business is operating perfect. And it's your duty to find out what those holes are. And if they're important enough and you can implement them in your business, do it right away. Like, do it right away. I'm trying to tell you, I got geeked up. I got super geeked up about the information I got today. I'm like, oh, that's what we gotta do. And the thing I liked about it the most, that it was fun stuff, right? It was stuff that I wouldn't have a problem doing. Sometimes you get when you're doing your research, you find out some things that you got to do that you don't want to do, right? But today it was like, I could do that. And it really, for me, it made it more interesting. It made it more fun because it's just operating out of my natural side of things. So that was pretty dope. Hey, Kim, where you been at, Kim? Hey, Deirdre. I'm in a new neighborhood and I'm now beginning to research the vendors, and sometimes I feel overwhelmed. Girl, why you feel overwhelmed? I mean, at the end of the day, that should be, so it's a natural feeling. I ain't gonna lie. It's a natural feeling, but you got to be able to channel that energy, right? And not necessarily feel overwhelmed, but get excited. Like, get excited that now it's challenging. And if I'm not gonna lie, guys, at first I was like, oh my God, people coming from my phone. Like, hold on, pause, sit down. But now it's really exciting because that means that I have something that people want. And if you're in the pool all by yourself, that's boring, right? It's tend to be boring, and it don't keep you up to par. It don't keep you thinking of fresh stuff. It don't keep you like always trying to make things better, right? For me, it keeps me trying to change my programs, trying to change things up, because so many people copy y'all. So many people copy. I just be laughing because I'm like, you can't move till I move. I'm like, you stuck right there because you keep copying until I move. And then by the time I move, you won't copy that. And guess what? You stuck again. until I move again. So it kind of keeps things fresh. And then if I see something that's like it's just amazing, I'm like, oh wow, it kind of challenges me. Like, all right, Precious, now dig deep, go to your creative side. What can you come up with, right? So look at it as a way of just, kind of just staying fresh, being able to be top of mind in your marketplace, and whatever it is you offer, when people are looking for that, they got to come to you. When people are looking for draping, I don't care how much they try to go around me. I be laughing because sometimes they do. They eventually come back to me. I don't care if it's about pricing. I don't care if it's about fabric. I don't care if it's about a kit. I don't care if it's about a tutorial. They eventually have to come back to me. So at the end of the day, that's really what it is. Wait a minute, let me see something. Hold on. I noticed that people from a higher economic neighborhood will not call businesses in that area because they think my price is going to be less, which is interesting because I have to drive further. People from a higher economic neighborhood will not call business in that area because they think my price is going to be less. All right, wait a minute. Sometimes we have to read things a couple times, y'all, because it may not hit. So you have to drive further for better quality. Is that what you're saying, Vasia? I want to make sure I understand this correctly. Wait a minute, here go another. I want to offer more than basic wall covering or blackout draping. Okay, and is that so? Realistically, in your area, is that what is the norm? Is that what pretty much everyone is booking for? Because even if that's the case, then guess what? You may have to go outside of that just to land your unicorn client. Guys, I'm trying to tell you, when I landed my unicorn client back home in Baltimore, it wasn't in Baltimore. It wasn't. My unicorn client was in Richmond. Or I don't remember, but it was, I know I had to drive. I think it was in Virginia. It wasn't North, so it wasn't Philly. It was Virginia. But it was like really close. But it was a drive, right? And so of course I'm like kind of frustrated. I'm like, why I gotta go this far just to have this kind of client? But one thing I did is I bit the bullet. But when I did that one event, because that was my unicorn client, the clients back home started changing. I was starting to attract a different kind of clientele. And now I could put those extra zero or whatever it was on my quote, and they were paying it, right? Because now they were able to see what I can actually deliver, as opposed to being home and I'm stuck with these $500 and $600 parties, because that was what that's what I was attracting at the time. So quite naturally, like attracts like. So if that's what I'm working with and that's what I'm producing and that's what I'm showing, they're the people I'm going to attract. So when I went further, it only took that one time. When I went further, it was an amazing event, right? Well, at that time, it was an amazing event. It was totally different from what I was doing. And they gave me full creative control. They had the canopy, like they had a lot going on, right? Now, I've never done a canopy prior to this, but I did it there. And now I'm able to showcase what I can do. Again, I said I had full creative control. So I got a little crazy. No, I didn't. I got creative. I didn't get crazy. I got creative. And what I noticed is that almost immediately I started getting a different kind of clientele. I started getting different kind of requests, like job requests. They were more creative. Like I just was doing stuff. I'm like, okay, let's roll with it, because they had a bigger budget. Now, it wasn't my ideal budget, but I was out of that. I finally hit my full figure threshold, right? I finally had the $1,200 to $1,500 events. And back then, that was good. I was making it. I was getting it. I was getting it. So, but that's what I mean. It's like you may have to go a little further to get your unicorn client, your breakout client, but realize you're going to have to make that sacrifice. But as long as you have strategy applied, like I was willing to do it because I was hoping that was going to be my breakthrough. And it was. So I'm glad I did do it. I'm really glad I did do it. I'm really trying, and I'm reaching out to relatives who have functions in order to showcase what I do. Now, you wanna know what? I did do that too. And that just kind of, I did that too. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Not only relatives, like all my children. So my children, like Kayla's birthday was yesterday. My oldest son's birthday is next month. Then it was always my birthday. Then it was my middle son's birthday in June. So it was like always, we had an event like back to back when I first broke out in my what I was doing, right? And clearly, y'all already know I did it at that time, what I considered over the top. I gave it all I had. I did. And then I had a couple other family members that had like events or whatever it was. And some turned out great, some turned out not so great. But my thing was, in the beginning, I was doing events and I was supplying everything. And I ain't like it. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't like it. If they needed something, I was buying it. And I'm looking at it plumb dumb. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna buy it because I'm gonna need it. No, I'm not. I changed that real fast because I started getting mad, right? Because I'm doing all the work, right? I got all of the equipment, whatever the case may be, and I'm walking away with no money and I'm tired. That wasn't a good picture. So then I shifted to the next thing, which was, okay, yeah, I'll do it, but you have to buy everything. And I mean everything. And I keep it. So that was my way of leveraging my skills, right, to build my inventory. Like I would still do it, but now I'm looking at it as, okay, you're going to build my inventory. So that was like my next step. Then it got to, it just kind of progressed until, family or not, you got to pay me, right? You got to pay me. At the end of the day, you got to pay me. Hey, Tamika. Wait a minute. I don't know what that is. Johns Creek. I love being a creative too, Deidre. It's nothing like it. I'm trying to tell you. Doc laughed about it. He was like, that's that creative stuff. It's just a form of freedom and a form of acting out whatever's going on in your head. You got the freedom to just expound on it, right? I don't know. We just get like a pass. We do. I ain't gonna lie. Susie say, I want to learn how to drape. So many asking me about it. I only do balloons, Nicole, but lately so many people are asking me about draping. Susie, girl, you gotta get the people what they want. I'm trying to tell you. That's how I got into teaching. I didn't. That wasn't on my radar at first. I wanted to do it because I fell in love with it. I'm like, that looks phenomenal. I love it. And I envisioned doing it at events. But then I don't know how I became a resource. I do not know. But I was like pushed into teaching. They was like, oh my God, you got to teach me how to do this. And I'm like, ding, light bulb. And it's been on and popping ever since, right? It's been on and popping ever since. But main thing is, I was talking about this in my class the other day. You have to give the people what they want. It's going to make your job so much easier. The more you tend to do what you think people want and not listen to what they really want, you're going to be working hand over fist to try and make whatever it is that you're trying to do happen. Carla, Carla, when you do that, girl? Carla, you registered for the advance. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to tell you. Hey, Roshan. Not too sure, but hey. A lot of people in my area have packages, so that's what I'm doing now. Trina, we talked about that. Like, even guys, we are creatives. Like, it's nothing you can do where you can't package. Like, when I started packaging my backdrops, remind me. Well, I can't tell y'all to remind me because y'all not gonna remind me. But guys, I got an opportunity today that I'm clearly gonna pass on because that's not what we do. But it's an amazing opportunity. It's a celebrity event here in Atlanta. Remind me, guys, to tell you guys about it. I'm definitely going to pass it on to my people that went through my class because I know y'all could do it. It's not a difficult opportunity, but it's a great opportunity to take advantage of. So I'll tell you about that. It's on my paper. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you about it. But packaging, like when I was, it became so much easier for me to easily come up with a quote. Like the two ladies that went in my inbox today, like, I don't know how much to charge for this. And I'm like, all right, well, what's the numbers? And I was easily able to give them a range. Like packaging is where it's at. But if you're not sure how to price, I definitely suggest you guys to start with the spreadsheet because it's going to help you understand the methodology of pricing. Like, I can tell you all day. And I told the young lady, I'm like, all right, this is what you would charge, but how you going to explain it to them? If they say, well, why it cost so much? How you going to explain it to them? Like, you have to understand it for you to deliver it in a confident way. They're like, okay, cool. Let's cut the check. If you're just giving them a big number like that, and now, for one, they're probably not even expecting it will cost that much. But if they have a actual layout, a line item that explains it, it'll make it so much easier. Like, oh, okay, this makes sense, right? It makes sense. So, guys, I'm trying to tell y'all, stop jumping in people's inbox, asking them how much to charge for something. Stop jumping on people's posts. How much can you charge for this? Because at the end of the day, You as a business owner should be able to price anything that comes your way, meaning you have to learn it. You can't cheat your way through it. Otherwise, guess what? You're going to keep shooting yourself in the foot, and your pricing is always going to be based on someone else's model. Now, the pricing I gave, guess what, guys? That's based on my model. But what if my model doesn't fit their business structure, right? My model is different. My model is based on my bottom line. My model is based on my reputation, my brand identity. My model is based on so many different elements when it comes to the draping industry. So of course I could charge more because I already have a name in the game. Whereas though I could tell you what it's going to cost, but if you're a fish out of water, you're not going to be able to deliver that price point in a confident way. So I'm telling you guys, if you don't do nothing else, learn pricing strategy. Learn how to package. It's going to make your whole process so much easier. Like you'll be able to see any design. I don't care what it is, and you'll know exactly where it falls. You'll be able to give a range, right? So definitely, guys, learn it. I want y'all to learn it. And you are right. You are right. The balloons area are a lot of work versus draping. Girl, I did balloons for maybe like 2 days. I even did a balloons class, y'all. I think that was like 2017. I can't remember when it was, but yeah, I did. All right, so guys, let's get into it. Out chit chat. Let's get into it. So the main thing is, at the end of the day, when you are doing your market research, right? You're doing your market analysis. You're looking for opportunity, and you're looking for opportunity for you to be able to stand out in your marketplace. I do not mind. I don't care who say what. I do not mind changing any element of my business at any given moment I feel like it. You want to know why? It's my business. I can do what I want. If I see a shift is needed to happen, I am going to make it. If I'm into something, I don't want to do it no more, I ain't doing it. If I'm not doing something, I'm like, oh, I would like to try that. Guess what? We're going to implement it. That's the whole beauty of being a business owner, right? So the whole thing about the marketplace and analyzing your competitors is be open, right? Be open to different ways that people are doing things. Don't copy though. It's nothing. I can't tell you guys like that copying. Be inspired, but don't sit there and take verbatim exactly what someone is doing, right? I have some, I'm gonna tell you about that lady. I'll tell y'all about that lady. But definitely look at what they're doing. Be inspired by it. Get ideas. But now you're the creative. Put your own spin on it to make it yours, right? Make it yours. And at the end of the day, you want to really have a strategy in place for noticing exactly where you can dominate in the marketplace. And I think that's one of the things that helped me grow as fast as I did, because that's exactly what I did. I didn't do it in the very beginning, right? I was figuring things out. But once I got strategic on what I was doing, that's exactly what I did. I found out where the loophole was at, and I was like, Precious, that's your lane. Run it. And that's what she did. And that's how it was able to flourish. And that's how so many people flocked to it. And so many people loved it, because I was doing something in the industry that wasn't really being done, or wasn't being done to that level in terms of teaching, right? So it's like I was open to playing with different types of fabric and different prints and different designs and more modern designs. Like that's what everyone kept saying. So I was like, okay, that's what I did. All right, that's why I'm with it. So guys, without further ado, I'm trying to tell you guys, absolutely, Vasia, absolutely. You guys give me a 1 if I'm not saying that right. No, give me a 1 if I'm saying it. Don't give me a 1. The 1's confused me. Just say you saying it right. Or if I'm not, like, give me the syllables, something like that. Everyone in my area is primarily providing full decor services with basic draping. Say that again, Alicia. A lot of people, and I get it, because full decor, that's a lot. But a lot of people don't pay attention to how dominating the draping can be. When you walk into a room or a venue, and if the draping is on point, first thing they're going to notice is the draping, the florals, or like the big, whatever kind of props, right? Now it's the letters, right? Balloons, even balloons. But they're going to really notice those big things because they stand out, right? They stand out. So that's why I say, when it comes to y'all draping, guys, don't sit there and don't skimp with it. I don't care how great you can tie the sashes, or you can set the table place settings. I get it. But if you're looking for that wow factor, that when they walk in, they like, whoa, right? Draping is going to be one of them. balloons gonna be another, florals gonna be another. Like they're the elements you definitely want to incorporate in your business if you're not doing it as of yet. They're the dominating elements of the room. They're the things that say, hey, look at me, I'm here. And if it's messed up, it's like, hey, look at me. That's for everybody to keep draping at 8 feet. Knock it out. Stop. So I'm trying to tell you guys, just go a little higher. It'll make the world of difference in your designs. Now, if you can't because of the ceiling height, I get it. I ain't gonna say nothing about that. I get it. But guys, if I'm trying to tell you, higher, 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 higher. All right. Sadie give us here. The draping is the drama you need. I like that. I might got coin that girl. Hold on. I'm gonna give you props though. I'm gonna say I got it from you. But I like that. The draping is the drama you need. Hold on. You can't use it because I already called it. Psych, I'm playing. Psych, I'm playing. All right, guys, let's get into it so I can let you guys go. Main thing, if you notice that your competitor areas that they're not doing right, this is where you definitely want to hone in. This is where you definitely want to just maximize. You want to take over. You want to dominate in these areas. First thing is if they are not innovative. Number one, somebody please put this in the chat. They are not innovative. Guys, if they're not innovative, like I said, this is something I easily found out early and was able to really, that was my area. I was like, my designs, I wanted them to be just come out of my head. I would get on paper and I would just sketch some stuff and I would sit in here and do mock-ups. I still do mock-ups, y'all. I would sit in here and do mock-ups like, nah, that look crazy. And it would be like a long time. I'm doing design after design until I got my masterpiece, right? But that's what it took. And when I got something that hit, it hit. Because not only did it hit for me, but everybody else was attracted to it. They was like, oh my God, that looks so good. And so once you get that trickling effect, it's like, okay, let's roll with it. Let's roll with this until it's played out. And now I got, it was played out. I had to do, I had to do something different because I was tired of saying that design. But main thing is definitely finding innovative ways to incorporate, package, strategize, design, whatever it is. Find out what they're not doing, right? That was one thing that was the main thing I did. I said, oh, let me find out what they're not doing. And when I found out what they weren't doing, that's exactly what I did. And that's what helped me stand out, right? So same thing with you guys. You definitely want to find out what they're not doing right, where they seem stuck at, right? If they seem stuck with like old stuff, basic, like someone said, basic. Like a lot of people do basic. Like that don't mean you go and do basic. Like that's your time to shine, right? If I know everybody running around doing basic, I'm like, Even if I got to bite the bullet in the beginning. And I'll tell you guys in class, like, I know somebody's budget may be only, let's just say for a basic design, right? In the beginning, if I know I'm building and I know my goal is to attract a higher buyer or attract someone with more money, I got to show them what I can do. So this client might possibly get a bonus, right? For one, that's going to strengthen our relationship. But for me, I'm not even looking at, oh, they got over. I'm not even going to think of it that way. I'm going to think of it, I am positioning my business to be visible to the people I want to work with. I am not willing to water down my services or pair my work with basic work or whatever the case may be. I need to position my business so people can visibly see what I'm capable of that have bigger budgets. They got to get a bonus. Okay, cool. They can only pay for 10 feet. I'm going to go to 12. You want to know why? Because I want to work with people that's attracted to 12. I don't want to work with people that's attracted to 10. But if that's what I got to do, you got to crawl before you what? Before you walk. So that's what I'm willing to do, right? So definitely be innovative. Think of some creative ways. One thing I can say about, thank you, Tamika. One thing I can say about what I love, I see in the group a lot. Like, I love the creativity that I see in the group when it comes down to y'all draping designs. I love that I see y'all willing to, I don't even care about it being beautiful, right? I don't care about it being polished. I don't care about it being perfect. I love designs where I could look at it and I'm like, oh, wow, I know I taught her this, but she went and did that. That is you putting your own spin on it. And the more you are creative, the more you're going to find your masterpiece. I don't care how it looks in the beginning. You have to keep, it's trial and error, right? You have to keep doing it. You have to. So it's like that stuff don't bother me. I love when I noticed when someone took their time with their backdrop, right? They focused on the design being basic, or they focused on it wasn't perfect or whatever it is. I could care less. I'm like, look at them pleats though. I'm like, look at that puddle though. It's like certain things I just can tell that they cared about the design. So that other stuff come from the comparison. Like they look at their design, look at somebody else's. I don't care, because 9 times out of 10, somebody else's may be real colorful, maybe tall, but it's raggedy. I know certain things I be looking for. I'm like, run it back. She ain't do that right. I'm trying to tell you. So yes, number one, as they are not innovative, you definitely want to look at that. I don't care who they working with. If they're in your area, you looking like, some of y'all know, some of y'all like, how are these people so busy and I could design better than them? Y'all know. Some of y'all be like, how is she getting all these clients? And I know I could do better than that. Because they show up. They show up, right? They constantly show up, whether it's perfect or not. They show up, right? They show up in the marketplace. They're consistent. They're reliable, whatever it is. And at the end of the day, that matters. Like, while you too busy in the background because yours ain't perfect, they running them up because they showing up. So definitely, guys, show up. Don't expect it to be perfect. I just forgot the saying. Perfect patty is broke. Perfect patty is broke. I'm trying to tell you. Don't do that. You're going to really definitely hurt your brand. Now, guys, this was something I learned. And this was something that we even had, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, we got to hire somebody else to do this because I ain't gonna be able to do it. Guys, if they have, this is one of the easy ways to kind of hone in on the sweet spot, right? People want to feel catered to, right? Especially if they're booking you, if they're working with you, whatever the case may be. Now, I'm not saying let them go past boundaries and things like that, but your customer service skills got to be on point. Now, I'm trying to tell you, girl ain't all the way delivered. It was a couple times in the beginning. I'm like, you want to know what? But that's definitely not how I would ever want to handle business. That's not how I would ever want to show up in the marketplace. So if that's happening, definitely make sure yours is top notch. You may have to give a little access, right? I did not want to provide like the mobile access. I did not. But it was things that was happening, especially things that I was doing. And if I'm doing something wrong, these people need access to figure out what's happening, right? So it was things that you have to do to strengthen the trustworthiness of your brand. Now, if you know that you ain't got the great customer service skills, get somebody else to do it. Get somebody else to do it. I'm trying to tell you, you're really going to hurt the reputation of your brand. And if you see other people, that was even a couple other companies was like, it's like they either couldn't reach them or, it just was bad. It just was bad. So it's like the things that you got to sit back and kind of look and it's like, dang, I wouldn't want nobody to say that about me. Even I don't care how you feel in your gut at the end of the day, right? Your brand is on the line. So you definitely want to hone in on that. If they like, you want to know what? I kept calling her and I wanted to book her, but you can't get nobody. I used to hear that a lot. I ain't gonna lie. And so it was even people today, they were like, oh my God, I'll answer the phone. Hello, it's Boss Daddy. They're like, oh my God, that's Precious. I'm like, yeah, girl, that's me. They're like, I can't believe you answered the phone. I'm like, yeah. What people really feel great when they can access a human being. I don't know what it is, but when they can access a human, they feel amazing. I don't know about y'all, but I know when I call companies and they got me on all them prompts and I got to sit there and talk to the automated, I get frustrated like I'm talking to a person and I'll be sitting there yelling at it like they care. It's a freaking machine, but it's just I'm acting out of emotion, right? So I'm frustrated. I'm like, operator. Put in the operator. They're like, I'm sorry, press star or something. So it's funny, but definitely if you can, like, definitely increase your customer service skills. Definitely put the best foot forward. If that's not you, get yourself a person, and that's like all they do. Like nobody's really going to be calling you all day, or nobody really going to have issues all day. This is really not position you got to feel like full time. But you definitely, when it comes to the representation of your brand, you want to have a brand that's trustworthy, period. So somebody put number 2. Trina said yes and ouch. Number 2, guys, put poor customer service. That's definitely, look out for that. And some of the easy ways to find out, y'all, I ain't gonna lie. Some of the easiest ways to find out is look at their reviews. Guys, look at your competitors' reviews. I have reviews on, I don't have too many on Facebook, but I got them. I have reviews on Google. I have reviews just about everywhere, right? I got a lot of daggone reviews on YouTube. But look at their reviews on trustworthy sites, right? Now, you definitely want to look at the bad reviews because that's going to indicate a red flag if something's going on with the customer service or how they handle the bad reviews, right? But then you also want to look at the good reviews. If they have good reviews, this is giving you indication of what they do well, right? So if it's things that they do well, people, I'm trying to tell you, guys, it takes an extra ounce of energy for a person to leave your review. This is a microwave world, right? Nobody got time for that. Nobody want to leave your review. Y'all won't even like the daggone video. And I know y'all picked up some gems since the time I've been on here. I got a couple more, but I didn't get what I expected. But that's cool, though. That's cool. But it takes an extra form of energy for a person to even leave your review. So you definitely want to look at their reviews, look at the negative ones. That's going to be the indicator of what's happening in their business, like where they dropping the ball. And then look at the good ones to find out what their sweet spot is, right? Like what's good about the company, right? Because you definitely want to make sure you have those same attributes and those same characteristics. Thank y'all. Kim, say it again. Kim said you got to show up the blow up, baby. I like it. Let me find out. Y'all took a couple pages out my book. Y'all know I be trying to rhyme. I was a rapper back in my heyday, but we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. I'm trying to tell you, we ain't gonna talk about that tonight. Yes, Alicia, thank you, baby. Customer service must be on point. I'm trying to tell you, I'm not gonna lie, I am not a firm believer that the customer is always right. However, I do believe in acting that and really adapting to that idea or ideology will save your butt. It will save your butt. Just sit there, bite your tongue, poke yourself, pinch yourself, do something. If you kind of operate in that ideology, it'll just really, it'll save you. It really will. There's no sense in going back and forth in a situation, especially if you know some people you just got to just want to complain just because. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna shut it down and provide a solution. This is what it is, right? There's no sense in going back and forth, and that's you don't want to put yourself in that position. So definitely make sure your customer service skills are on point. Guys, now this is one too. Now, this is how we did amazing in the beginning, right? But guess what? We succumbed to the same daggone issue. Number 3, guys. Number 3 is they are always out of stock. Guys, I can't tell you guys how many people came to us, right? And this was in the beginning when I first did my fabric and things like that. This is kind of how I had some amazing numbers. I had amazing numbers. And not only that, I kind of knew what was happening in the market. I knew it was issues happening with shipping from across seas. I already knew that. So when you guys would see me buy all this fabric, I'm talking $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 worth of fabric, because I already knew what was about to happen. And I knew that people was going to buy it anyway. And I wanted to make sure we was fully stocked. I ain't gonna lie, I did. Because I knew that other companies was having issues. Because people would come in my inbox like, Precious, you got that blue? I'm like, Precious, you got that blue? So-and-so company, they all sold out. And I'm like, yeah, we got it, bubble. And it just kind of kept happening. And I was like, oh, I like it, right? So that was one of my strategies in the beginning, that definitely stay fully stocked, because they're going to come to you, right? Now, I didn't want people to come to me because I was the cheapest. Like, no, I'm not going to be the cheapest. That's not what I want to be. That's not even what I want my brand to be known as. If it costs a couple dollars to come over here, that's right. It's going to cost a couple dollars to come over here because I got something you need and you can't get it nowhere else. But at the end of the day, guess what? We don't have 50 people in the back working at $5 or whatever it is, the process. We don't have that, right? We're a small entity that's kicking out the same product, same quality, if not better, and we deserve to be compensated for it. So that was like in the beginning, that was lovely. But then we had the issue with shipping, and then I shut my office down, and we fell in that same trap, like out of stock. We don't have it. We don't have it. We don't have it. And then that was like the fabric kind of just started trending down compared to what the numbers were. So definitely stay fully stocked, guys. I'm trying to tell you. Find out when you guys that got these rentals. You guys that got these rentals. It was another young lady I was talking to. Her business just boomed. Why? Because she had every freaking thing. It's like, I can't explain when she was talking to me about it. It was like one day, everything was kind of stagnant, really not moving, a little busy here, a little busy there, but not really heavy. And then before you knew it, she had this, she had that. And then that would build up her reputation of they got it. You know how you probably see people in the group saying, go to Precious for the kids, go to Precious for the kids. That built her business and helped it boom, like overnight. I was like, I like that. That's on point. So number 3, guys, definitely watch out for if they're always out of stock. And if they're always out of stock and it's things that people want, and if you can get it in your wheelhouse, if you can get it in your company, get it. That means it's in high demand. It's not going to be hard to move off the shelf or to rent out or whatever it is. People want it. Definitely pay attention to the marketplace. Pay attention to the trends. Pay attention to what people buying. Pay attention to what they're renting. You want to have it in your wheelhouse because it's going to go. It's going to go so fast. So definitely number 3 is always out of stock. And then 4, guys, this is another one. So I know one thing you guys got to watch for is one thing about throwing sales all the time, it will water down your brand. Now, I know I used to do like Saturday sales, right? I stopped. Reason being is because people begin to look for that sale. And I just know you got to always watch the numbers. You got to watch the trends, right? At first, we rocking every day. Boom, 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 boom. Then it kind of like slow down. And then on Saturday, I'm overwhelmed because it shoot up. Like every week, this is how it was. And then before you know it, I'm frustrated because the weekends, that's when I get to spend time with my family. And we was spending our time together in the daggone warehouse packing orders. I said, get somebody else to do it. So you want to be careful when it comes down to throwing sales and things like that. And if you see your competitors like throwing sales all the time, something ain't right. It's a red flag. I'm trying to tell you, that's a red flag. We throw sales now, like how I need to get rid of product. I need space. And I'll tell y'all why I'm throwing sales. I need space. I got so much stuff coming in, like with the florals and things. I need space. And I'm not operating at the level I was last year. I don't want a warehouse. I don't want a fulfillment center. That's not what I want to do anymore. So like, I got to move this product. Right? But that's the stuff you want to pay attention to. If they're always doing sales, they're always doing discounts, that's a red flag. So I don't want you to look at those guys as busy all the time. That's the worst thing than being you're booked and busy, but you broke, right? Like, nah, that's not what you want. That's not what you want. You want people that's getting their regular bottom dollar or whatever it is, premium pricing. And those guys are booked and busy all the time, right? If you keep seeing these flash sale, trying to tell you, watch out for that. So number 4, guys, frequent sales and frequent discounts, like all the time. That's not a good look. Yes, Alicia. Thank you, Queen. Tamika. Oh, Lord. I was thinking about y'all when we was in class. Yes. So it's funny, Tamika, because now every time I say it, I hear y'all in the back of my head. It's so funny, guys. I'm trying to tell you. We was in class. Which class was that? That was the last day. And I didn't realize how much I say, I say it a lot. I do, because I'm in this element. I'm in this space where I ain't doing nothing I don't want to do. If I don't want to do it, I ain't doing it. Get somebody else to do it. I'm trying to tell you, I didn't realize how much I say it. And the ladies was like, I need to get a t-shirt, right? So if any of you guys out there got t-shirts or do t-shirts, guys, I need a t-shirt that say, get somebody else to do it. I'm trying to tell you. They was like, you need a t-shirt to say that. I'm gonna get one. All right, guys. So the last one, and this is important too. This is important. The last one is you want to pay attention to like staff. Like, I don't really know. I learned to pay attention to this because when you're on the outside and you're not paying attention, everything could look happy-go-lucky, jolly, like, oh, they got a good team over there. And then when you really pay close attention, you'll just start seeing riffraff, right? Or you'll just start seeing nonsense, or you'll start seeing one person like talking weird or talking in a way where they clearly shouldn't be talking about their colleague or their boss or whatever the case may be. You know something ain't right in that infrastructure. I'm just trying to tell you. Something ain't right. They put on this facade, right? But in the internal team, it ain't working. It ain't working. So I was trying to tell you guys, I never really paid attention to this until I started hiring teams. When I started hiring marketing agencies, when I started hiring fulfillment centers, when I started hiring a team or agencies, and they come, you come in and you sit down and everything look good. Everybody want to high five and welcome aboard. And then you internally start seeing things like the miscommunication and like nobody's clear on what's happening. Meantime, it's kind of like for me, it's like it was affecting me because y'all stuff is jacked up. So then I started paying attention to internal teams. And then some of you guys have probably talked to it about, maybe not. But if you were in like any of my memberships, I started really positioning my business as not necessarily a business, but as a culture. And it was different. Like even, I don't care what level you come in and you work for us or you work with us, whatever the case may be, we were all a team. And you had to understand the culture that you were walking into, because it's like I can't explain it. A person has to understand the culture. When they feel like they're a part of something, they know what to expect. They know how to react. They just know what it is. And everybody kind of protects the brand. When you see anything outside of that, it's like, what's happening over there? What's going on? And it happens a lot. So I want you guys really pay attention to what's happening internally. Guys, I even look at my partners to this day, like people I partner with. If there's something sounding a little shady, I'm like, why you don't know that? It's like, that's a red flag. Don't let that come over here on me. But you want to look at stuff like that to help you strengthen your teams, right? I don't care if your teams is your two oldest children and your husband and Bam Bam the nephew. I don't care who it is. You really want to have a tight infrastructure, because at any given moment, any opportunity can come, and everybody that's on the team should be able to represent your brand according to the culture. When it doesn't happen, it makes it seem like you ain't got your stuff intact. And that's not a good look. That is not a good look. I'm trying to tell you, it's not a good look. So the fifth one, guys, is definitely the employees or the team members, they're unhappy, right? If you see a big turnaround, like people always coming and going, the team is always changing. It's like, what's going on over there? What's going on over there? That's stuff you want to pay attention to. Definitely, I know a lot of you guys are in the team building phase, or you're about to get into the team building phase. Don't look at it as I gotta hire people, right? That's not you don't want to go into it like that. You want to look at and think of, you need to, you got to build a team and hire support. The only way you're going to effectively operate in your natural gifts and your natural talent and get paid handsomely for it is by being supported by a team. That's totally different than hiring bodies, right? Having bodies do the labor. That's not how you kind of want to look at it. So definitely. Oh, and they do watch you and your team. Absolutely. Even when you guys are on your when you're setting up, I know if it was my event, I'm looking at the leader, whoever the lead designer is or whatever it is, whoever the leader in charge. I'm looking at how they're able to manage the team. I'm trying to tell you, one thing I love about my team, I don't care how small or how big. I don't care if I have a team of 20 or a team of 3. Everybody on my team can operate if I'm not even there. And I know for certain they're operating with integrity, and I know they're representing the Posh brand at its highest level of representation. I already know that. I without a doubt, I already know. People on my team can speak for me. People on my team can jump in when I'm lax. Like sometimes I get in class, guys, and I'm just talking, and they like, come on, right? Even down to Kayla, guys. Kayla already know the structure of how things supposed to be. And if I'm getting too lax, she comes in and do what she's supposed to do. Doc, if I'm too lax or I'm frustrated, he know exactly what to do. So it's really about building the infrastructure in place the way you're supported so you can operate in your gifts, right? So that's all I love doing is operating in my gifts. And when I'm in class, it's all about instructing, cutting up, making people laugh, making people feel empowered, right? And delivering. That's I don't have to worry about logistics. I don't have to worry about all the little little details, right? Because that's not how I'm operating in that day. So definitely, guys, I'm trying to tell you, build a team that way you're supported. Don't look at them as bodies. Don't look at them as you're delegating. No, like this is everybody in this thing together. Because the minute one person area is lax or one person area falls short, it's going to affect everybody else. So if everybody else operating under a culture, we all know we got each other. So you lax, okay, I got you. Don't worry about it. And that's what's going to make you have a super strong brand, right? And if you see that happening with other competitors, like, nah, I don't know what they're doing over there, but we got it over here. I'm trying to tell you. Tina, yes, the culture and what you stand for is part of your operational agreement. Say it again. I like it. Let's get real tactical. Pay attention to the internal infrastructure of the competitor's company. Yes. What's happening internally? Yes. Frequent turnovers, lack of communication. Get it, Alicia. I love it, baby. Thank you. So yes, guys, that's the stuff you want to pay attention to. Red flag when a competitor is always having a sale or discounted products or services. Yes. Like if this always happening at any given moment, like, what's going on? Like they're not selling. They're not selling. So that's definitely something you want to look out for. And if it's something that they're not selling, it could be various different reasons why, but you don't want to go and take on whatever's not selling over there, right? You don't want to like, oh, okay, we have that too. Let me get some of that because they not moving it. We can move it. No, 9 times 10, if they ain't moving, people don't want it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my God. So guys, that is it for the tips. I definitely wanted to share those tips with you guys because I know when we look at competitors, especially in this up and down, scrolling up and down, we're looking at all the wrong things. We're showing up or we're scrolling and we are looking and we're stuck. And then before you know it, you done lost some time and you still at the same space. No, when I'm looking at my phone, baby, for one, I'm liking all my Posh Tribe members. I like that. I'm liking all that stuff. Showing them some support, right? But then I am strategically kind of measuring up where I'm going to show up in the marketplace. Strategically doing. I'm not going to just randomly post like, oh, I got to get my stuff on there. No, I don't. When my stuff come, I needed to hit. So I needed to hit in the strategy. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. So when I'm going up and down, I'm not overwhelmed by what nobody else is doing. If anything, I'm inspired and I'm like, oh, wow. How I like that. Like, how can I incorporate that? How can I like think further, faster? Like that's the stuff that kind of excites me when I'm going up and down my timeline. Today, it ain't been always like that. Sometimes it was like, oh my God, I'm like, oh, I ain't gonna be able to do that. I better not put my post up. Ain't nobody gonna like my post because this just looks too phenomenal. I don't care now. I don't care. That's what I tell you. I don't care. So guys, one thing I want to tell you guys, I'm gonna go in the group tomorrow because that's really where I'm gonna be pulling from is my Facebook group because I know that's where mostly all of my students are. But guys, I was approached with an opportunity here in Atlanta. The date is March the 4th. It's a Saturday. It's a morning setup, right? But the event don't actually happen till the evening. But they're draping a celebrity's home. It's like a masquerade theme. I thought it would be super cute, but that's not something we do. So I'm not going to do it just for the sake of. Y'all know how I get down. I'm not going to be able to do that. But I think it would be an amazing opportunity for someone that's close or someone that has gone through my program. Because for one, it'll definitely help you with that exposure. It's an all-star cast, definitely all-star cast, and the actual gig itself it's definitely something I know y'all can do. If y'all went through my training, I know y'all can do this. It's pretty much perimeter draping. Contact me, reach out to me for the details. I did let them know I get back to them by the end of the week. Now, if it's one of my ladies that have gone through my program, don't worry. I'm not going to hang you out to dry. I will be there with you. I definitely want to go with you and just support you. But that's an opportunity I definitely wanted to pass on to, someone that's a part of the Posh Tribe that actually gone through training at the Posh Academy. So again, if you're catching this on the replay, I will be giving them an answer by Friday. The date is March the 4th. That's in 2 weeks. It's a 9 a.m. setup, and not necessarily 9 a.m. because what we have to do is pretty simple, but that's the window you have because the event don't happen until 9 p.m. at night. And it's not a lot, it's not extensive, but I definitely think this will be great for those of you guys that's looking to get into tap into that Lux market. It'll be super dope for you guys. So just reach out to me, definitely. But one thing is you would have to gone through my training, right? That's exactly like they're the opportunities. I tried to do this last year. I gave a couple opportunities, ain't pan out too good. So this time I'm definitely vetting who I select because you have to be reliable and I have to feel that I know you can deliver, right? So definitely, again, guys, reach out to me before Friday. That's when I will give them an answer. Not gonna be able to do that. I'm done. I'm in New York. How do I get to you? I am in Atlanta, Susie. You jump on the A train or you jump on the Spirit flight. I'm trying to tell you. That is where I am at. So guys, if you don't already know, our next round of Draping Master classes are already out. They're already scheduled. I did make a boo-boo. Y'all already know I make boo-boos all the time. Guys, I was looking at the calendar from another whole year. I'm trying to tell you. So our classes start on April the 12th. The 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. It's a Thursday to Sunday. Yes, it's a 4 day. Well, it's 4 days, but it's not you don't have to take all 4 days. It's a 1 day class, but it's 4 different classes ranging from beginner all the way up to ceiling. So right now, our early bird tickets are still on. They will not last long. Like I said, today, I think we had 5 enrollments already. Well, I don't know now because Carla said she booked hers too. So I would have to check, but they're not going to last long, guys. They're definitely not going to last long. And you guys that took the class, like some of you guys did not get my email. You guys got an email today that you had an extended offer because you already took the class, right? So you had an extended offer. So if you just took the class in Atlanta this weekend, then open your email. I highly advise you to open your email because once it's done, it's done. Y'all know how it is. Y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I get. Once it's done, it's done. So yeah, definitely that. And if you're not in my group again, or wait a minute, let me put this up because this is super important, y'all. And then I'm gonna let y'all go. Definitely, this is the mobile community. Now, and I do have some opportunities coming in April where you'll hear more about it, but I'm just going to put it out there right now to kind of get a feel of who's interested. You guys heard me talking about a program where people are trained to teach draping. So we do have the Certified Draping Instructor course launching right around that same time. So if you're interested, by a show of hands, I always want to know who I have on, who I have here tonight. Anyone interested in teaching draping, right? Now, this is not like a thing you're going to go through a 1 day class. It don't work that way. This is a program. This is a program where you are fully supported all the way throughout the entire time to where you're training your own classes, right? So I just want to know, by a show of hands, just put a hand in the chat. Anyone that is interested in this April opportunity, I only have 5. I only have room for 5. So I only will take on 5 potential draping instructors for April. If you're interested, put a hand in the air. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Dion. Oh, I know you wanted to teach Dion, girl. So Dion, I just saw your paper. I gotta change your address or something. I just had to confirm if it was NC or GA. Train. Train up. You ready? You ready, Train? You ready, Train? Okay. Okay, cool. I was going to say training. You got a lot going on, girl. But the training itself, it's an extensive training. It starts in April. You'll hear more about it, but I thought it was MC. Okay, cool. I was super, super excited So yeah, this is definitely a payment plan because it's not like a one and done. It's not a 1-day class. This is an actual program, and I love it. I don't want to tell all the details, but guys, I'm trying to tell you. I wish I could just. Maybe I can't. I don't know, guys. I'm trying to tell you. Wait a minute. Let me see if you can see. Y'all see that map out? I'm trying to tell you, guys. Yesterday, I had one of the dopest. Sessions with my mentor, my partner, and we mapped out this entire thing. I'm super excited about it. This is going to be a life-changing experience for anyone that's looking to actually teach and that's looking to not only just teach, but actually impact, which was what I did, impact people's lives, right? But you may feel like, oh, I ain't gonna know how to do that. Trust and believe. I got you. I have you. What we have with this program right here. That's all I want to tell you. It's all mapped out. I'm super excited about it. So if you're looking or interested in teaching, or if you're looking and interested in becoming a partner, that's what it is. You'll be a partner of the Posh Academy Certified Draping Instructors Program. The main thing is get in the group or get on my email list because they're like the first guys going to hear about it. And we're going to kind of kick things off next week to find out, get that interest, who's really want to go, who really want to do it, because we're going to do like, some requirements, right? You can't like be a fish out of water and be like, hey, I want to teach. There are some requirements that you would have had to complete in order to enter this program. So like I said, guys, I told you it was coming. I just had to hash out some details. And even though I got the framework, it's done. I'm super excited about it. Super, super, super. Aura. Oh, she said, I don't know what a hand emoji. That's fine. I got you. I just wanted to know, was it anybody interested first before I sit up here and dig deep into this thing? Because I'm going to do it anyway, because I know a lot of people want to do it. And I know the way we position this, it's a win-win, right? I want to see my people win. I want you guys to do it the right way. I want you guys to really build the same notoriety that I was able to build. I want you guys to come under a trusted brand such as the Posh Academy and be able to build your own brand. And that's it. I'm excited. Tamika, you really thinking about it? I'm trying to tell you. It's a win-win. I can't wait till I just see you guys, like when y'all finish and y'all just up there doing your own thing. Like I'm trying to tell you. I'm excited. Tell it. Guys, that's all I have. I just wanted to come in here and spend some time with you guys. We are back on for our Posh Late Night Biz segments. I can't really see over there because now it's nighttime. But I know on March the 1st, a lot of you guys was asking about the virtual program, the virtual draping class. That is happening in March. But if you are in the YouTube membership, the next draping live tutorial is March the 1st. That's when I do the live tutorials for that level. Awesome. You're interested. You'll be looking for the details. Cool. So guys, again, if you're looking to take your draping skills to the next level, you need to go on and book your slot for April's class. We take several. I think the payments are as low as $100, maybe somewhere around there. Per month, buy now, pay later. I'm super excited about this class. As always, get your ticket, fly in. I'm not touring anywhere else. I will be here. I will be home. I love it. The venue will be close by the airport. But one thing I want to say, guys, this time I am looking for like a venue. I want to kind of support someone in the industry that have a venue that can house our class. I think I don't want to do the hotel this time. I don't. So, but the one thing I'm gonna tell you, it definitely will be close to the airport because almost all you guys are traveling. So, definitely that will be the case. But that's it. Do anybody have any questions? Do you need your own kit? Girl, this is the Posh Academy. And y'all should know by now. The only thing you need at the Posh Academy is high energy and comfortable shoes. That's it. We got everything else. We got everything. That's all you need. And a willingness to learn. That's it. The willingness to learn. So everything else, we got you. Nothing else is needed. That's for class. That's for training. Nothing is needed. Just high energy, comfortable shoes, and the willingness to learn. That's it. All right, let's see she is. So, guys, those of you that is looking for I'm gonna put this link up one last time. The Posh community, that's for you to join the mobile community. That's for the instant like text notifications for any kind of blowout sales, any kind of ticket sales, anything that's happened that you need to know right away or act on right away. And then the next one is the Drake tour. Well, not tour. No, my bad. The Drake class. It's bit.ly/Drake tour. Tickets as low as $5.97 while they're on early bird. They will be increasing next week, going to the regular price of $9.97. So get yours while you can, guys. Get it while you can. And I hope to see you guys on the inside. Bye, guys.